5.1.1 Solve quadratic equations. The essential question is, how do I solve a quadratic equation? The skill is, I can solve quadratic equations. What is the solution set for the following quadratic equation? X squared minus 8x plus 19 equals 0. So the first thing we want to do is make sure it's in standard form. It's already in standard form because we have the x squared, x, and the constant all on one side of the equation and 0 on the other. Next, identify a, b, and c coefficients. There's 1x squared, negative 8b's, negative 8x's, and then 19 constants. Next, you input it into the quadratic formula. So we'll put negative b, so negative 8, plus or minus the square root of b squared, so negative 8 squared, minus 4 times a times c, all over 2 times a. And then we'll rewrite it. X equals 8 plus or minus the square root of 64 minus 76 all over 2. So from there you will find the discriminant. The discriminant is the value inside the square root. So we'll rewrite it. We have x equals 8 plus or minus the square root of negative 12 all over 2. So the next step, we want to simplify the square root. We'll do that over here. The square root of negative 12. We can pull out negative 1 times 12. And square root of 12 is 4 times 3. Negative 1, square root of negative 1 is I, the square root of 4 is 2, and the square root of 3 does not reduce, so we just leave it as square root of 3. So the square root of negative 12 is the same thing as 2I square root 3. And then we'll rewrite it. So we have x equals 8 plus or minus 2I square root 3 all over 2. Okay, the next step is to simplify the fraction. So we'll draw a heart. The number you can divide out of all three of these numbers, 8, 2, and 2 is 2. So we'll divide 8 by 2, we divide 2 by 2, and we divide the other 2 by 2. We don't need to divide out the square root or the I because the 2 is already part of that term. So then we have x equals 4 plus or minus I square root 3. And that is our solutions. We have a plus and a minus as an operator. It means that you have x equals 4 plus I square root 3 or 4 minus I square root 3. Those are both solutions to this equation. Try the other two examples on your own and then move on to the next skill.